right? And we are live from SwissBorg's headquarters. And today we're going to talk about a lot of beautiful things that people have been asking on Slido. So first of all, thank you guys. This time we're both live on Facebook right here, sorry, and on YouTube over there, which is great. Thank you so much for being so participative. It's been really, really good to work with you guys on Slido. A lot of funny questions were asked during this past few days. A lot of questions that we had to take off for professionalism reasons, obviously. But yeah, things have been doing very well at SwissBorg. We're probably going to talk about, I think so, 5 different points, which is on the hiring, which obviously right now it's a lot. We're doing a lot of governance. Second, we'll talk about the marketing, the PR, some questions that you guys both all had about the referendum. It's going to happen very soon. I'm really glad about that. We're going to talk about the usage of the CHSB token, which is always obviously something very important for all of us, and making sure that you understand the real value that as the CHSB brings to the table. Then we're going to talk about what else? Some things that you guys are not too happy about, and we're going to talk about the roadmap as well to clarify some points. You guys could always, tap into the screens and as well ask different questions. But obviously, the best way, as you all know, is to get into Slido, put your question down, and then upvote it. Naveen, always there, man. Naveen, hi, Naveen. Very happy to see you. We'll be coming to Singapore soon, so hopefully we'll have time to meet and have dinner. It'll be great. Salut Vincent, it's always good to have a friend as well looking at us. So, again, first of all, thank you all of you for, participating in the Slido. It was really good. The questions on Nancy, we had to take them out. But yeah, let's talk about hiring. So what we've been doing for the last few weeks is a lot about hiring, finding the right people. For that, we're working with job agencies. We're working with friends, with recruits, and what is very important now is that if you guys have a talent and that wants to be exposed and work at SwissBorg, we know that we're hiring pretty much at every location. So here in Lausanne, but as well in Spain for the marketing team, as well for the research and development in Toronto. In Japan, it's pretty much a bit of everyone. Paris and Monaco, it's a bit about every different skill sets. And we're very happy to announce that we have a new head of engineering who just started today. He's working already on the referendum, which is great, to make sure that you'll have a great first vision that will work for our first referendum that will take place on April 1st, which is not a joke. And during the 7 days, you'll be able to vote to know if the dashboard, the first application, you would want it on a wallet. Sorry, if you would want it on a web app, or if you want it actually as an app on your phone. So those are all be the main questions. So if you want our first dashboard in the referendum, you wanted to have it on your phone as an app, Android or iOS, or do you want it as a web version? That'll be the first question, and for that we'll be remunerating over 5 million CHSB tokens. A bit on the hiring as well. We talked with a lot of people regarding the legal side. We'll probably have a head of legal quite soon, which is great. We've been looking more on the tech side. If there's any people in Switzerland, Lausanne, who wants to work for us and he has a very good understanding and knowledge of Scala, that's the time for applying. That is something that we're definitely looking for. Nancy, which is a great hire as well. She's really helping us for the Chinese community, is helping on the support as well, and as event management, because we'll have more and more events. And it's always hard to handle the different meetups around the world. And again, thank you guys for everyone who's always keep on emailing us, messaging us, saying that they want to organize different meetups. That's definitely something that we want you guys to do, to organize different meetups regarding crypto assets, regarding SwissBorg as well, and we will always be very happy to come. If it's not myself, it could be Christophe, who's our head of sorry, is there a CBDO, Chief of Business Development Officer, or other people within the market that would come and give a great talk, pitch about SwissBorg, or just something more vague. We could do as well a panel discussion, things that we'd like to do. So a bit on the marketing and the PR side. My cousin Pierre Fazel, which I don't know, but we have the same family name, which is funny. Yeah, as you all know, PR, marketing, and all of that is very efficient way to attract a new community. Right now, the main goal is not only to attract new community. The real vision behind SwissBorg is how we could already, with the 25,000 up to 30,000 people, how we could really more optimize it, right? We're not looking for large scale right now, but what we want is to find the best solution, because obviously, we have these great live session that is always a lot of fun for me to do. But the best way is really, we have to find a little more efficient way. So for the next live, we're working with a solution that actually is a Swiss startup, has a really great tech platform. We could have some presentations at the same time and do some lives. And you could then archive these different videos, and they could be really reused for a lot of different purposes. And I think so that will be probably a solution we'll be working on. On the main time, so that will be more for the live things. On the other side, we're really working hard on a platform that essentially is like a forum, and how we could bring in obviously this meritocracy on this forum, and that's something that is definitely something we want to bring. So it will be an investment forum that people will be able to talk. We will be able to give you different information, different reports on crypto assets. We'll going forward probably give you trade signals if you have CHSB. Following CHSB, the number of the CHSB that you'll probably have a bit more a premium version that can provide you even more transparency. But anyways, the main goal that it is to bring everyone from all the different social media channels, to bring them to combine it on one forum. And obviously that'll be an open end. It will be open source forum, so people will be able to build apps on it. And we want to make it a great marketplace for crypto wealth managers and people in general who like to talk about crypto and blockchain, and how could this democratic vision that we all have could be spread out in even a better way. And it'll be a great way not only for us actually to communicate with you, but is to you to communicate each other. And I think so that's something that a lot of DEOs have been working on, and we definitely want to be a part of the ones who are in the top best for communication within it. So that will hopefully happen very soon, and you'll get that. So that's really what we're working on for mainly communication within our network. Social media influencers, yeah, I mean we're only working for PR agencies, and with the different other agencies as well. That will happen. And for the complaints about communication about Telegram, it's true that there's less moderators than before, but the moderation we had before was not really optimized, and it was in a way where everyone was asking different questions. And we definitely want to spend more time on Telegram answering to your questions, but we really soon have to shift, and we hopefully have that in mid-April. We'll have our own forum, and that will be building on probably wallets and different functions on it. Last time I forgot to mention that you're cute. Oh, thank you very much about that. Can I have a sweet shirt? So guys, anyone who comes to the office gets this free hoodie, okay? Or any of our office, if it's in Japan here or anywhere, we'll definitely give it. And we have t-shirts as well. That'll be part of the forum. Will be a lot of people who help us on the moderation whatsoever. We'll obviously be rewarding them. And we ordered like 100 of them, and they went super fast. So we definitely need to order more, and we have another blue cool version as well. Any idea that entire day SwissBorg and not find less money in their initial investment? Any idea for investors that enter in the early days? Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna talk about that right after. Thank you, Fabio, for mentioning that. But let's get into the referendum. Okay, guys, you all know that we're developing the proof of meritocracy, and one of the main usage today of the CHSB token is to give the voice to all the community and make sure that we are a real decentralized autonomous organization. That's the number one goal of our CHSB token, right? Um, you have to note that going forward, the CHSB token will evolve itself. And we always said it's a multi-utility token. It's not a utility token, it's a multi-utility token. And all the utility that will be brought to it will obviously change as regulation grows and people understanding of the market grows as well. And that's maybe one of the reasons why we apologize that sometimes our communication is not that clear. And the main reason it comes from the fact that, we're in a very new world where we always have to try something and make sure that the regulator and everyone is aligned to what we're doing. And if it was about me, I would have launched. We would have launched, the Cryptalian 3 months ago or 4 months ago, and we'll have launched a lot of different crypto tokens. I'll be all managing it for you. But due to the fact that regulation is key, and we have to make sure that we're aligned not only with the market authorities, the local market authorities here in Switzerland, but as well everywhere in the world, is that we have to make sure that we're doing the right move. And for that same reason is sometimes maybe why we're not giving you guys the full picture. And I regret to do that, but that's the better way, I think so, to do it, because we don't want to fall into a security token or to another token, because in terms of taxes, in terms of exchanges, in terms of business, is going to bring us a lot of different barriers, and we definitely don't want to do that. So sometimes again, apologies if we're not super clear. The reason is that we're trying to make sure that everything is on par and it's okay with the different jurisdictions we want to work with. And the day we get all the different licenses, banking licenses, security exchange licenses, cryptocurrency exchange license, security broker exchange license, when we'll have these different licenses, then it'll be a very different game. It will be extremely different. We'll be most probably in line to show you all the different aspects that we have to this utility token. But for the time being, we're still trying to measure what is the good approach and how we should communicate on it, which is very, very important about it. So people are explaining, said, can you explain the changes in referendums and rewards from bullish to minus 10% phase to 1%? Yeah. So again, about the CHSP token, people have been talking about the poor performance, which is definitely true, and we regret about that. But again, it's super low volatility. If some people get in with a fair amount, you can move the market within 10 to 20 to 50% range, just within maybe 50,000, 100,000 US dollars of investment. So right now, even though we're performing, which sucks, going forward, whenever we hit these two big exchanges, hopefully soon, then thing will change a lot. So people are asking us about referendums, how we decided. So we'll be hoping to get referendums, probably at least 6 times a year, and the amount of the CHSB tokens and other tokens that we'll be distributing, ERC20 compatible tokens, will be decided on the nature and the importance of the question. So to really leverage swarm intelligence, if it's a very important question for us, we will definitely think that we will have to reward you or compensate you X amount of tokens. And that will follow it, that will be as well on what's our reserves and what's our ability and what's the health of the company as well, right? If we're not generating any revenues and we're making all these referendums, eventually we'll gas out, right? It will fade out and it wouldn't make so much sense. So as the company will grow, we started here with 5 million CHSB tokens, which hopefully, in end of the month will be somewhere closer to what was the price at the ICO, so $500,000 Swiss francs. Well, we think that that's a fair price, and going forward, each time we'll reevaluate what's the position. But as a start, as right now, it's our early stage, and we feel that we should not spend too much. First, because the question is important, but it's not the highest swarm intelligence type of question we want. We're looking for. Second, we don't want to spend too much before we don't get to a certain size. So going forward, it could be much bigger, it could be smaller as well if there's smaller questions. and we'll try to see, you know, what you guys like. And obviously, if we feel that the community likes very much doing this referendums, we'll probably do more and more, which, you know, makes totally sense. Um, what was the second question? What are the decision factors to decide which currency CHSB? Yeah, so that is for right now. We're happy to do our own tokens. I think so it makes sense. Going forward, we will probably reward you guys in ETH. And in other SwissBorg ICOs that will happen, we'll definitely do some airdrops, and as well we'll be rewarding you through our different tokens, like SwissBorg Japan tokens that we'll be launching, SwissBorg France, and perhaps if we have strong partnerships with the other different ERC20 tokens, that could be something that we'll be willing to do as well. And how is it decided? It's purely on you know, on opportunities. So on each event will be driven by a opportunity for us to give, you know, if it happens that we have excess revenues in Ether, we will be very happy to then reward you guys in Ether. So and obviously we have to be backed by the market authorities as well. What's the formula for calculating referendum rewards? I just answered that one. In my opinion, the referendum reward is way too low. Yeah, I mean, you answered that one too. I mean, it's probably low for right now. But again, why would you spend so much? I mean, if you know what our goal is today, and the goal here is not just to be just a fancy copy trade investment platform. We want to really provide the best holistic wealth management platform and get all the right license for that. And in order to make that big quests realizable and reachable, sorry, you really have to bring in, you know, not only the A game but capital as well. So if we dry out our capital at the first referendum, which would be great for all of you guys, and probably the CHSP token would probably go on the roof 3-4 days before that referendum happens. But that's not the game. Again, we are people who want to look on the long run, and for that, step by step has to be built. And, you know, it's like that you build a castle. If you start, you know, spending too much right in the beginning, you don't have foundations. And if you build a nice a nice castle, it'll be a house of cards, and it'll fall. And after the first wind, the first big market correction, it'll probably wipe us out. So that's exactly not what we're looking forward to. CH, maybe I'll just read some questions on the same time and maybe see if I have YouTube there. Sorry guys, I just want to check this at the same time because I haven't been checking your YouTube questions. YouTube. You'll answer someone. I sold my BMW for CHSB. Now I drive a It's okay, Tamara. It's okay. Maybe you're in a Ibiza 2007 right now, but hey, I'm sure if you keep it long, you hodl down, you'll definitely get one of those Lamborghinis sooner or later. What else? Sally Clark. There's still people wanting to get rich, but those took years to grow. Be patient. Yeah, Sally, I mean, that's definitely someone wise. I mean, you know, a lot of people go for ICOs and think that you're going to do the 1000x. You know, that's possible for very few protocols. You know, if you have a new kick-ass protocol it's the most amazing, it's backed by, you know, a few great pioneers in the blockchain or whatsoever, you might do 10x, 20x, 30, 50, 100, whatever x. Utility tokens, you know, the 500, 2000x, you're not going to get in the beginning. Usually it's not going to happen. But the thing is that we will not die. We will never die. We will be very much more successful than 95% of any other protocols. And that's a word. Look at all the protocols today, and 5 years from now, you'll see where they are. They'll probably be dead. See, us, the CHSB token, will only grow from now. So yeah, we had a lousy start, but that's, you know, things takes time. People need to understand what we're doing. We have to communicate in a very more, a much more better way through the forum, but as well through making sure that we're in line with the market authorities as well. And then, you know, going forward with the team that we're developing, we'll have, you know, the different investment products and services that you all could leverage on it. So things takes time. you can build an empire and within one day. And if you do that, again, that's just going to be a house of cards. It's gonna fall at the first wind, and unfortunately, you're not going to be super successful at that. So please bear in mind. Sorry for people who've been holding, and waiting to get the 10x. But again, if you want that 10x or 100x right in 1 month, it's really hard to do it. And if it does, it's usually not justified anyways. So it could go 10x and it go back, 50% down. SwissBorg, one of the most interesting enterprise in the crypto market. Thank you so much, Lily Bass. It's cool. When Lambo, I don't know. I'm not too much a car guy. I'm more a train guy. So I'm very happy to be in the Swiss trains, and this is Japanese as well. Thanks for loyalty, dedication, SwissBorg. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, Enrique. Dallas 40% last year failed. Yeah, I know that. We will definitely do the best. Finma talks. Yeah, Finma. You probably read that anyways, but let's maybe talk about it quickly, and then we'll go back to CHSB token. There's 3 different classes within the crypto assets today, okay? The number one is the payment, which is like Bitcoin, but as well Ethereum, which for me doesn't really make sense. But anyways, you have payment solutions that essentially crypto coins that enable to do transactions, and that's one of the first categories. The first categories that the FINMA did. The second category essentially is utility tokens, so us, which seems to be much easier for a lot of different reasons. And then you have crypto assets, which is essentially asset-backed securities. So tokens that give you essentially assets, a share, different company, gold, or commodities, and that will be taxed and maybe only sold if you have the right different license for that. So that's the category where a lot of tokens might fall and might not fall. We definitely don't believe that we're among those ones. So hopefully that won't happen to us. And we're pretty sure that as our different lawyers are working hard, and we're looking as well, and very soon our head of legal as well, we're working on that. We're falling definitely as a utility token, which is great. SBB first class. Yeah, no, I'm a more Gandhi type of guy. I'm second class for life, which sucks in the morning, but I'm happy to be in second class train. It's quite cool. Any updates on our Toronto office? Russ, please contact Marco, whatever you want to do. He's about to finalize the company, I think so, this week, and we will. Oh shoot, this one. Sorry guys, just need a cable. No, not that one. This one. Our Facebook Live just went down. Happy for the YouTubers. So I'll just talk to you YouTubers. That's cool. Yes, I don't know what I was saying. I forgot. I got interrupted. Yeah, exchanges. Yeah, we're definitely Henrique. There's 2 of them. 2 big ones we're planning to get on hopefully quite soon. It's always hard. Exchange is a really hard process because it's a process where you really need to get on the right exchange, or the right market makers, because we're not allowed to do it by ourselves, and for that it's not always easy, and we're never really sure when the real date is effective, so we're not going to say any dates right now, but we're working with 2 of them that we are in close discussion, and both of them have huge volume. One of them is for all the crypto assets, another one has a lot of different smaller tokens, and the community where you guys will definitely like it, and I'm sure that some of them have it. This is Jeremy, by the way, if you guys never checked him out.
Hey guys.
Head of finance. Okay, sorry guys, just 2 seconds. This went out. I have to reconnect just on Facebook. And we're gonna talk about right after about the CHSB token and how it could help you to get cleared. Okay, wait, why is this thing not working? Okay, back on for Facebook. Sorry guys, if you missed it. If you hear me, just say a comment and we'll get back to business. Is that okay? Anyone, just do a comment. Are we back on? Okay, looks like we might are 24:59. I think so. We're back on, yeah. Went from online to storage. No. Like, no. Okay. It's glitched out. Broadcast stopped. I think so. It's probably back on though. It will, because there's 22 watching. Sorry about YouTube guys for a little bit waiting. Are we back on or not? It's not online. Okay, they're not online at all. Okay. This is exactly the reason why. Okay, let's end broadcasting. Do that. This is exactly the reason why we're gonna move to a better version than this for sure. Okay, just I'll do another live. Q and a. Jeremy, just can you let know everyone that we're having a different we're having a different yeah. Thank you so much, guys. So yeah, most probably anyways people will be joining it sorry, and I don't want to make our poor YouTubers wait too much. So CHSB token. What the purpose is, referendum, you got it. We'll give you more and more access through our investment forum to different research. We'll be offering you probably signals. SwissBorg Academy will be building on as well, where people could talk about trade, but people as well could more and more learn how to trade as well. I think this is something very important. In the crypto assets, you'll have specialists that'll be providing best technical analysis, for example, and you'll give a lot of different chartists. We'll have competitions as well with quant guys, quantitative driven investments, quantitative investment strategies, but as well discretionary strategies. If you have a certain amount of tokens, we will be providing you going forward, for example, free data sets of different tests that we've been doing that we calculated for free. We'll give you those. We will be giving you as well going forward a portfolio management software or the management system. That's on the longer run. That's for CHSB token holders, and we'll be providing you, airdrops and different other things. I don't want to get into details right now. I know you all want to hear about that, but we'll do that going forward. And the reason why is that Amazon, when it created its first online business, was only a bookshop, right? And then it happened to be one of the biggest tech companies in the world. So you want to do things by thing and not overpromise to under-deliver, but surprise a bit people. And that's why we're not going to put too much entice on that subject. But essentially, right now, referendum, giving access to the forum, providing you more and more exclusivity and wealth management services. You'll have priority to invest into all of our different investment strategy tokens. That's for sure. So through our CyberG advisor platform, that you'll have different investment themes that you could go through in it. And you'll have access to more and more things that we will deliver in time as we go. And I'm glad, thankfully, now we have a better tech team, which was definitely lacking before, and then that will be really great. Hello, sir. Hello, ma'am. Hi, Virginie. What else can, other things that we haven't? Yeah, so who did the math was really correct, by the way. So essentially, if you get 50K CHSB tokens, you'll have roughly 250 RSB, which is true. So you'll have, roughly the X amount of CHSB going forward. It depends what will be the price, right? Which does CHSB token holder have priority? Investment funds, I already said that, yes. Will it be directly receive a percentage of the profits also refund indices? So that for the time being, we cannot do that. If not, it will be direct dividends. So it's definitely not something we will be offering right now. Going forward, how the regulation will go, I'm pretty confident that a lot of security tokens or asset tokens will be in place. So most probably that's the end goal. People have been talking about the C share. That's still perhaps in our mindset, but not for the time being, as we need to work on the French SwissBorg team, which is creating asset-backed tokenization. That's definitely an idea that we'll be very comfortable of delivering going forward, but everything on its time. What are the benefits stop? What are the benefits stop people selling the CG2 and invest in Cryptalian? I mean, the Cryptalian, we're still again working on it. Everything's ready. We just need that beautiful stamp from a lot of market authorities. And the reason is that if you do a collective investment scheme, so one token fund, then you need to be a fund manager. Then you need to have license to distribute it. Then you need to make sure that your fund is eligible to retail investors. So those are three different steps that are not easy because each country or jurisdiction has different laws. So again, it's in our pipeline. We will be very happy to deliver this as soon as we have the right answer, but we still need those beautiful stamps. The day we have them, we'll be launching the Cryptalian and different investment token strategies. But with that being said, we will be creating anyway our SwissBorg Advisor, which will be our wallet. You'll be able to connect your wallets, choose different investment teams as you see on the roadmap, and then it will be directly trading on different exchanges. So that's anyway on the pipeline. What else can I bring up to the table? I think so. That's pretty. Is there something that I maybe missed on the CHSB token? Please just throw in any question. I'll definitely be happy to answer those ones. Hendrik Fraser. Yeah, to promote it, you can share whatever we have. Depends which city you're on. We'll be very happy to organize different meetups, meet the community over there. That's something that's really important for us. It's actually the most important thing, I would say. So wherever you live, please send us a mail. You guys all have my email. If you don't, it's cyrus@swissborg.com or anyone at SwissBorg with his first name. Just send an email. Just please don't spam me. We'll be very happy to talk. If not, my Telegram, everyone could contact me on Telegram. And by the way, sorry guys if I don't answer you the same day as your Telegram, but literally I have like sometimes 50 to 70 messages by people, and I always try to answer them, but sometimes it takes 2 weeks because it takes time sometimes. Sorry about that. What else can I join? Yeah, Nancy. That's did you forget the actual roadmap? No. Okay, so the roadmap. I hope that everyone understood our roadmap. If you haven't, it's quite easy. It's quite easy to understand. There's different bricks that I'll paste in the here in our thing, and essentially, you'll have these different bricks, but I think it's understandable. If you didn't get it, maybe just check it out again. First, you have information that's quite clear about the information, and then you have a second, and we start here. You have, the Slido, everyone understood that. Right after is about hiring, because right now, as you said, we're building a lot, so we need the great people. Every job has a job desk with it, and we, obviously there's different description jobs for different desks around the world. You could apply. There's always a link that could bring back to careers on our internet site, and then you could mainly, fill up the questions and send your CV. Right after is a referendum, because that's the first thing we're building. The community development is what I talked about right before. It's really about how our community could effectively communicate in a much better way, and going forward, how we could bring this meritocratic system into the forum like that. We're sure that all the moderators, all the different people that are actually helping us get rewarded. And another way is a better way to give your voice, and going forward, most probably you choose actually probably the different questions that we want to have during our referendums. We on community development roadshow. I'll be in London on the 20th, 21st, May 22nd as well. We have some things going on in Switzerland, I think so as well. Then I will most probably go to China. So if you guys are in Hong Kong, Beijing, Shanghai, and I don't know where else we'll be going, but that's pretty. I'm in Singapore probably. Naveed, will be great to meet you there. We'll be very happy to meet you guys, and obviously the reason is to really push expansion to China. We haven't had a Chinese community for different legal reasons, and we really definitely want to make sure that our Chinese community is growing because it's a very big community, and we definitely think that they would definitely like this meritocratic system we're building on the blockchain. The platform, you got it. Investment research, development tools, as you know. We're building portfolio management, the payment solution, asset tokenization, trading exchange, digital ID. I hope you guys understood my little joke about a Black Mirror at the end. If you haven't, well, you should watch that episode. It's really cool. What else can I bring to that? Did you think SEC challenge in ICO is good to keep scams out? Yeah, Philly, that's definitely something that is very important. Regulators are not only, people could say regulators, blah, 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 but regulators are still here to defend and help all of us. So, if it's the SEC, if it's the FINMA, in the France, the AMF or the FCA in London or FCA in Japan, all these guys are here to help you eventually. But sometimes it's a little bit complicated to make sure what you're doing, how to explain effectively as well what you're trying to do, and it's step by step, and that's how business has to be done, right? If you want to make sure you're successful again, you do step by step. So that's pretty much it. Where were you educated and what's your major? My school of life, man. Whatever. Studied in France, business school. But I learned everything by myself, I believe so. I mean, not by myself, but among smarter brains. And I think so. What we're doing at SwissBorg, the SwissBorg Academy, I don't think so you're gonna learn anything better at school, to be honest. Even if, soi-disant, EDEC, my business school, EDGC, had the best master in finance. I believe that the best master in finance, the one you actually spend your time. You look at Python, you understand statistics, and then you try to look at bits of machine learning and about investment strategies, and then you start coding your own thing, and hopefully you build a great portfolio with great risk management tools. But that's my saying. Did you forget to attach? So yeah, that was a roadmap. We could always bring more things on it, and we'll have more detailed sessions. So going after this video, this is more Q&A, more something live and more fun to do. Then we'll have like proper videos in Japanese and in English, and maybe other different languages going forward. To bring, and they'll be more detailed and more prepared type, and maybe it won't sound as cool, but it'll be more relevant for you guys most probably. Will SwissBorg have its own wallet? Yeah, of course. With a robo-advisor, you have to have that. So you have your own wallet, you plug it, you choose the investment themes, essentially that'll be on our dashboard, and then that's plugged to our algorithms, to our portfolio management software, and that'll directly send the trades to the exchange, and then it'll be reconciliation that'll be brought back to the portfolio management software, and then you'll see like your positions, and you'll have like a cryptographic auditing most probably going forward, and that's the best way, and you will actually hold it. We won't hold it. So in that case, no one can say anything. Whereas in this case, the Cryptalian, if it's a fund or it's a token fund, we hold it for you, which is very different. So that's for us the most comfortable way to enable you to get the best investment strategies without us getting into any, let's say, fund management positions. Do you have convert CHSB? Yeah, so I talked about C shares. That's something we definitely would like to consider. This is, however, a process that will take time, as I said. What happens if no banking license, nor broker license? So that's not going to happen. We were going to have a license. That's pretty sure. We won't have something local, but we'll have something in an offshore place to start with. Some people say, oh, but yeah, you're SwissBorg, you should be in Switzerland. And you should be in Switzerland. And it's not, we don't want to be in Switzerland. We're just going to stay in Switzerland. But for sure, I think so in terms of licenses, we will probably go for other jurisdictions first. And then when we're I think so when the market authority understands very well our business, and we actually go through all the due diligence tests and everything, then we will definitely go for the different licenses in Switzerland, for example, a bank. But right now, we would definitely go for other jurisdictions first. And for that, as people know, we're talking to Lithuania. We're talking as well with, that's for the EME and a specialized bank license. We're starting to talk to Mauritius Islands, which we have a great interest in. They're very crypto friendly, and most especially, not only being offshore, it's a very, very um, um, a pro crypto place, and it's getting better in terms of credibility. We have different funds that are based over there from our former jobs, and we always had great network relationship with different administrators. So that's something that we're definitely looking at. We're talking to Gibraltar. That makes sense. We're already setting up, a private fund over there. And oh, Ken Yagami, he's on super early, dude. Ken, what time is it? Wow, he's woke up at 4:30 in the morning or 5:30 in the morning. Ken, you're a true warrior, man. Don't forget that you're gonna have to do a Q&A like this very soon in Japanese. Ken is our CEO and very talented person in Japan. His CV, just check it out. It's one of the best. And we're always very happy to have him on board. He was here recently with all the Japanese team. So yes, we will go for licenses, that's for sure, and we'll go for security broker dealer license. That's the first one we'll get here. In an offshore jurisdiction, and we'll as well go for the banking license most probably right after in that jurisdiction in hopefully Mauritius Island or somewhere that has a very let's say similar outgo. Sorry. What else can I say without? Oh, that's a good question that not a people much vote. So as we have a lot. We're very ambitious, and being very ambitious is something that is really good. But Jesus. But with that, you have to take in consideration that you have to partner up, and people are trying to say that are you going to develop everything? We're trying to develop like the core. However, tomorrow we feel that there's a great team that is completely aligned with our philosophy, and the technology enables to have open source and develop our own solutions on that, or have to like more white label solutions. We'll definitely go for that as well, and that will be for probably an exchange, because right now exchange, it's not an easy thing to do. And if tomorrow we find, we already obviously talking to a few exchanges, if we find a great solution that we're very comfortable with it, and that's in our servers, and we're allowed to do updates and have APIs, I'll be on it and customize it to our own end. We'll be very happy to team up with different teams. So if you guys know different other tech teams that have great products and want to push, we will definitely do that. We're talking already to people who are on the back end, on the infrastructure as well, to bank on that banking system. So yeah, there's a lot of different things that we're very bullish on it. We want your opinion on BTC possible fifth wave. Hey, we should Max. I don't know if Max is in. Max is in the right behind this. So investing team is right behind it. I think so. Our investing team right now is quite bullish. I mean, we're doing. They're thinking that there's definitely some good signals, and that is something that we feel quite confident right now on how the markets will turn out. Especially you're getting usually what happens when you have these markets, right? They go up, a little bit up and down, but not much. And there's volatility, there's some swings, but there's not like massive thing. Is that people are waiting for a big stake to get in, right, or to get out. And this is exactly what's happening right now. There's this type of consolidation of center markets, and where you see these clear head and shoulder patterns. With Goldman Sachs getting to the game, regulation stepping in, better and better wallets, companies that are providing backbone to accept exchanges and wallets as well, and new different exchanges getting acquired by Circle, this and that. You're getting some good positive news that people have not priced in. I would believe so. So I think so going forward, the next month or so, we could have like a fun ride. That's how we're quite confident. So yeah, again, so the token drop. We're not a coin. Coin is more crypto enabling for payment. So why did our token fall? I think so. There's two main reasons. The first reason is that maybe a lot of people bought it when when Bitcoin's at 20,000. So even if they're losing 50% at the end, they're pretty much on par. The second thing, that's volume is super low, guys. Understand that volume is very low. So whenever volume is very low, it doesn't really matter what direction you're going in. It's not that relevant, let's say. Going forward, we wanna make sure that our token is much more appreciated, and we'll do the best to make sure that things get much better than is what's standing right now. And that's the main reason why I'm going to China, and we're doing all this road trip and this and that. And as well, we have a new chief of business development officer. We'll have very soon a lot of different tech specs that will be great. I think so. The referendum will definitely boost the appetite to it. So we're quite confident on that. I mentioned, can you tell us something about what you want to do with Fusex? Yeah, I already talked about that several times, but I'll go again. Essentially, Fusex, Japan, as Ken would say very well, is most probably one of the biggest crypto market, and I think so. It's the biggest. Even people don't say that. I think so. It's one of the biggest, or at least at top 3. More importantly, Japan is a cash place. People spend cash. They don't spend so much card. But we're seeing more and more cards getting adapted. And they have different payment solutions. Everyone doesn't have Visa and MasterCard. It's not a big... Visa and MasterCard does exist in Japan. It's definitely not the biggest one. And regulators have already put Bitcoin as a currency, right? So we're trying to most probably have a payment solution ready for Olympic Games through Fusex. Fusex could be a hardware. Then we could link that to an exchange that will accept fiat and crypto as well. And another thing will be enable us to have more partnerships going forward with other different jurisdictions. But yeah, most probably I'll be quite confident that the payment solution will be very well done for the Japanese market, and obviously going forward we'll have it for other markets that will have use to the crypto fiat and the fiat crypto world, because obviously we're always building that bridge between the fiat world and the crypto world, or the off-chain and on-chain world, as we say. I think so with that, we brought up pretty much everything that was on the table that was important. Yeah, so, yeah, loan, that's how it is. Some people, buy and then sell and hope that they do excel on ICO. What you have to know is that no one from the team at SwissBorg has their tokens. No one actually has their tokens so far in their own. No one has sold them, at least. So it's no one but a team. That's one thing you have to understand. And if people sell the token and want to move on to something else, that's how it is. You can't control. It's the market that's how the market goes. But the volume mainly comes from the fact that Livecoin is not so sexy as exchange, and I think so. Hit BTC is not as being, there was some problems in the beginning, and I don't know, people got fed up maybe. But always hard to say how the market reacts. We're very confident though that things are going to get much better, and there's a lot of different institutional investors that are interested working with us and this and that. And again, China is a big market. Brazil will be growing it as well. And going forward, we want to make sure that we're closer and closer to you, and we really want to show how our multi-utility token, is really a great factor for the wealth management. So okay, Miles B. Funny guy. Let's say that's pretty much again at SwissBorg, what we're always doing is trying to make community-centric wealth management platform, make it as democratic as possible. The CHSB token was our first touch. With that, we'll be bringing the referendum very soon. The forum hopefully will go as well. We'll be building on our dashboard that will enable you guys to have a cyber investment platform where you could be investing from fiat to crypto, and from crypto to different investment themes. And with that on the line, we have our off-chain fund, the Cryptalian. Hopefully, we'll get on soon. And you know, as we grow, we really want to make sure that our proof of meritocracy is in pretty much all our different our different products. So with that said, guys, come to our office if you want a kick-ass sweaty. If you want a t-shirt, we have t-shirt long sleeves as well. If you want to meet up, we'll be in London quite soon. We'll be in China for sure, Singapore as well. And yeah, guys, always glad to talk to you guys. And hopefully we'll see you guys soon, okay? Take care, bye.